After months of intense campaigning and talk of a hung parliament, voters across the UK have finally had their chance to decide who will be this country's next Prime Minister. Young Perspective was out on the streets of Edinburgh talking to campaigners and voters across the city about the chances of a hung parliament, possible coalitions and their voting intentions.
The only kind of coalition I can see will be Labour Lib Dem or Lib Dem Conservative, and then the SNP will just be a kind of a thorn in their side.
As a minority government, Labour should be able to put enough policies that can get through Parliament. If they need support from the SNP, I think it will be done on a position of unconditional acceptance of the Labour manifesto. Otherwise, it will inevitably force us into another election, which I don't think the public quite have the appetite for at the moment.
It's going to be difficult for even 30 plus SNP MPs to go down to Westminster and not cause some kind of a ruckus. But then again, it depends on who forms a coalition, who kind of makes all the decisions. Labour has let Scotland down very badly. It's never been a Conservative country. The Lib Dems are kind of irrelevant all over the place. So having SNP MPs means that there will actually be something different in Westminster. There hasn't been anything properly different for decades.
The Lib Dems, we wait to see how well or badly they do. They could very easily prove to be the surprise package.
The Conservative Party, they've done very well in turning the economy around. They inherited an absolute mess from that idiotic Labour Party, and so I think they do deserve the vote, really. Yeah, I think it should just keep the recovery coming, because that Miliband, I think is dangerous, to be honest, especially if he's propped up by the SNP. I think what will happen is you'll have Miliband propped up by the SNP, pulling him left. You'll probably also need support from the Liberals pulling him right, and it'll just be a complete shambles. And then Boris Johnson will come in 6 months' time, and we'll have a proper Conservative majority.
I think we're in for quite a exciting night, with all sorts of theories coming and going as the results come in. So yes, it is still very much all to play for.